Hey everyone, this is Yanu and it's been a while since I've recorded a proper video, and it's 12 o'clock at night, and I was just going through YouTube, and I just saw a video where they were, just making colored wax chunks, small chunks, and putting them inside uh, wax melt of different color. So I was like, okay, we do the same thing with the paraffin wax, that we make chunks with the different color, and then we put them into a jar or maybe the candle mold, and just pour paraffin wax in it, and it just give a chunky look, a chunky texture. But it just crossed my mind, what will happen if you try that with soy wax? Because paraffin is sort of very transparent wax when compared to soy wax. So I think we should try this one. While back, let's go. I was making some candles, and the color which I was color that I ended up getting of that, I was just testing a small batch, was not up to my liking. So I just ended up pouring it on the my tray, and I just forgot about it. But just during while watching this video, it just came to my mind that I have the you know these brittles ready. So I guess it will be a nice thing to just use these soy wax brittles and test them out, how they behave when we put them inside soy wax candle, right? And let's right now what I'm doing is I'm just taking these out, and I'm breaking them apart, and later on I'll be using them in my candle. I'll just okay, the soy brittles are ready. So I'm just breaking them into smaller pieces, and these are just made with chunks. So this, if you want to make them out, it's a simple. Make a small batch of wax, melt the wax, pour the color of your choice, mix the fragrance if you want, and just pour it over a flat tray. Let it cool down, and when it is start to get hardened, just make these cuts, so that it is easier to break them when the wax get hard. So that is what I am doing right here. So this is ready. So right now I'm melting my wax, and let us prepare a jar for the candle till then. So now I have inserted a wick here. And all I'm doing is just putting these soy wax crumbles inside, and I don't know how it's going to turn out, because the thing is with paraffin wax, paraffin is transparent, so you will, when you're going to try the same thing with paraffin, you will see these chunks from those edges of the jar. But I don't know how it will turn out when we are going to try it with soy wax. It may be just a white candle, or it may give us some surprise. One thing I've done here is while putting the wax brittles inside, I have pressed them down to ensure that there are no, I mean, at least there are less air bubbles. And let me check the temperature. So temperature of wax is around 170 degree, 170 Fahrenheit. So I'm going to pour it again, and let us see how it's going to turn out now. As you can see, the wax is pretty much submerged, and you could have fill it to the surface, or you can submerge it, because right now I'm just experimenting with this idea of doing the same with soy chunks, and I don't know how it's going to turn out. Maybe once we have a clear picture that how wax behave in how soy wax behave in this particular technique, maybe we can do some crazy stuff, right? So this is the next day, and as you can see, the candle really turned out pretty well. This is the candle in which I put the uh, chunks first, and pour the wax at a higher temperature, and this, with some more perfection put into it, this can actually look very, very pretty. And this actually reminds me of an Oreo vanilla shake. And This candle is the one in which what I did, I poured the wax first, and then after that I inserted the chunks. So as you can see, the chunks are not that visible. The reason did this was because I want to try basically an experiment that what will happen if I burn this candle. Will this turn out to be an amazing surprise, or will it just look normal? So let's get started. One, two. So now I'm going to let this candle sit for a while, and I'm going to observe how the melt will actually react. What I'm really excited about is this candle, where I want this candle to actually look like a surprise. When you get person feels like it's a normal candle, but when it burns, when it melts, different colors start popping out. So this is what I'm going for in this candle, and I hope this actually works. So let us wait for about half an hour or so. So the melt pool didn't turn out as I expecting it to be. Although it still there is, as you can see, there is a slight colored melt pool slowly forming in both the candles, which is something really, a cool effect to have in a candle. So this was a short experiment that I wanted to do, and I hope you like this. And if you do, make sure to tell what you like, and also if you don't like anything about the video, also mention that in the comment box. So this is Yatun signing out. Bye.